Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannon's Insurance, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, Ryco Filters, Evans Waterless Coolants and Pace Farm. Hello and welcome to another episode of Classic Restos. And on this week's show, I have travelled to a place by the name of Seaham, just north of Newcastle in New South Wales, because apparently there's going to be some classic VW stuff turning up here in this housing estate. But you will see more right after this. It's thanks to Shannons. Ask about multi-policy discounts and sign up for the Shannons Club. Call 134646 for a quote and see more at shannons.com.au. And Hare and Forbes has the range. Buy online at machineryhouse.com.au. Yes, there is no doubt that the classic Volkswagen is an iconic global symbol from its humble beginnings back in 1939. But today's show is about a guy named Andy Roberts, and this is his 4th annual VW Family Picnic Day. There are different combinations on how car events are structured. Mostly they are organised by a certain car club. Sometimes multiple clubs may get together and have a day. Most classic vehicle events also stand for raising money for great causes. But this event, put on by Andy, is a private day where anyone that has a Volkswagen, belonging to a car club or not, is made feel very welcome. This is Andy's 4th year, and bragging rights are now in place to say that this shindig is the biggest private Volkswagen event in Australia, with proceeds from the day raising money for autistic kids. Moving through, Andy Roberts' 4th annual VW Family Picnic Day. How are you, Vincent?
Very good, Fresh. Yeah.
That's good. Now, pretty special, this guy. You know why? Because he's got a beautiful Volkswagen here. What year is it?
1956.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, 1956 Beetle. Now, we're just north of Newcastle here in New South Wales. Tell us where you've driven from.
All the way from Gold Coast, from Queensland. Yeah.
Yep.
Took me 710 kilometres.
Yep.
10 hours all the way from Gold Coast, mate.
I thought you were going to say 7 weeks there for a moment.
No. Yeah.
It's sitting here in all its exuberance here on Andy's front lawn in a line of other Beetles. They look absolutely fantastic. Now, tell us about your 56.
This 56, just got it like a year ago from this retired guy from Tasmania. Yeah, he bought it from a deceased guy. Put in a shed and decided to sell it, and I got it from him, from country. Wow. Yeah.
Now tell us, Vincent, where do Volkswagens go back with you? Can you remember being a little guy and seeing Volkswagens?
Yes, I'm from Singapore. I used to have my uncle actually used to have a Kombi that actually drive to work, and then he used it for delivering bread in the old days. And then when I came here 12 years ago, to Gold Coast, I got myself a 62 and a 71 Kombi too. Wow. But I sold it when I went to Perth. So after that, I went back to Singapore, came back, and then I decided I want to go back to Volkswagen. That's where I found this, the 56. Yeah. Good
on you, Vincent. So how many years have you been here in Australia?
12 years. Yeah, 12 years. Yeah.
And what's your profession?
I'm a chef.
You're a chef?
Yeah.
You know what? I love cooking the Atlantic salmon. I mean, you could probably help me with that.
Yeah. Depends. If you want to cook the salmon, pretty easy. If you want to cook it with the honey garlic sauce.
See, there you go. He even knows what I like.
Yeah. It's quite easy. Seal the salmon. Yeah. Yeah, and then take it out. Yeah. And then whatever juice from the salmon, just throw the garlic in and just give it a good toss. Yep. And then cook the garlic. Yeah. And after that, put the honey in. Yeah. And then put back the salmon and give a good coat on it. And there you go. You got to.
Vincent, this is amazing because you've turned it into a classic car show. We're going into a cooking program now.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, there you go. It's been wonderful catching up with you. Love your car, and it's a great bunch of people here. I mean, it's a gold coin donation at the gate also for raising money for autistic kids as well. So, Andy's got a heart of gold. It's guys like you that attribute to this day as well, Vincent.
Yeah, yes. I want to thank Andy, for giving me the chance to come over here. it was my sort of like dreams to actually come to here.
Yep.
Always want to come here.
Yep.
And yeah, I want to thank him again, you know,
Yep.
for all these invites. And yeah.
Well, good on you, Vincent. You're very welcome.
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you. Fletch.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, man. Have a good one.
Hey, how cool's this? Restoring a Kombi is one thing, but when you turn it into a coffee truck, how cool is that? How you doing, Scott?
Good, thanks, Fletch.
That's the way, mate. And who we got?
Sam,
G'day, Sam.
how are you?
I'm good, thanks, buddy. What are you, the CEO?
Head barista.
Head barista. Hey, listen, this is a real cool thing. Scott, tell us about the restoration, the year of the Kombi, and what this vehicle means to you.
Fillmore is his name is. The kids named him. He's a 1965 single cab. We restored him from a pretty original truck, and we designed the back of the truck to be a cafe.
Yep.
The kids' input, and it's now the up and running family business.
Mate, I'm not gonna say why, but 1965 is a very good year.
It is a very good year, especially if you're born in it. Good things come out of 65.
Now, just quickly, Sam, how cool do you think this coffee truck is? Obviously belonging to your dad as well.
Cool, and I have a 1955 Kombi as well.
You've got a 55 Kombi.
Yeah.
This kid, he's got his superannuation package all planned out already. That's amazing stuff. How long did the build take, Scott?
This build took 12 months to get back on the road. The truck itself was pretty good, and the guys did about 4 weeks refurb in the back.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, it attracts a crowd. I mean, big long stream of people here. You've been hard at it all morning. How long have you been making coffee for?
Probably about a decade now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is pretty cool. You feel like a bit of a superstar driving the truck, and yeah, you earn your keep in the back.
How many coffees over the years do you reckon you've made?
On this truck, I'd probably be in the thousands. Now I don't think about it. I just think of the dollars.
All right, Scotty, let you get back to your coffees there, mate, and awesome catching up. And Sam, you're doing a good job too, buddy.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time out here. The RT Charger's the real deal. An E49. Remember A-Charger? I've always got projects on the go, so Shannon's laid-up cover helps protect my restorations. I'm Mopar through and through. It's a passion Shannon's understands. I wouldn't insure my cars and bikes with anyone else.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Evans waterless engine coolant. Simple to install and stays good for the life of the engine. Suitable for all engine types, Evans contains no water, eliminating corrosion, vapour pressure and overheating. With a boiling point of 190 degrees Celsius, there's no application or environment too extreme. evanscoolants.com.au. Water for drinking, Evans for cooling.
Australia's changed over the last 80 years, and Ryco Filters has changed with it. But one thing stayed the same: Ryco's commitment to develop and test all our filters under Australian conditions. Today, we're proudly celebrating our 80-year commitment to a design philosophy that ensures all oil, air and fuel filters meet or exceed vehicle manufacturers' specifications, delivering genuine quality and performance you can trust. Ryco Filters, the professional's choice.
Heron Forbes Machinery House has been family owned and operated for over 85 years, and it's easy to see why. And with a range like this, you cannot go wrong. Planning on welding? Look at these welding tables and clamps, air compressors and different air tools, sandblasting cabinets, through to spray guns. Everyone is welcome at Machinery House, and they're also open Saturday mornings. Their range of machine tools are workshop tested. There are competitive freight rates around Australia, and you can buy online at machineryhouse.com.au. So remember, Hare and Forbes has the range. Moving through all the big names, Glenn Jennings from Lost in the 50s Museum took the time to come up to support this Andy Roberts event. Hello, Glenn.
Hello, Fletch. Yeah, may I say it's an absolute pleasure to have you back in Newcastle again.
Thank you. I love going. A bit of a soft spot for Newcastle. I like it.
You know, there's always room for you here. Anytime, you're always a welcome visitor.
Thank you. Isn't that nice?
It is very nice. And look, this is the Andy Roberts Family Day. Volkswagen community come together, and Andy's an integral part of that, as you know. And look, for me personally, he's a great mate, and I'm just happy to be here to support him.
Good on you, Glenn. Now, look, you know, you're known for your full-size American luxury cars there in the museum. What's nice, you've got a bit of a tangent going on here with your 63 Beetle. Now, this is an unrestored example that you were kind enough to bring along here. What can you tell us about it?
Look, it is. It's a little 63 Beetle. It's an all-original car. I came across it in an odd sort of way, being an American car guy. A good mate of mine took this in as a trade and rang me and said, do I have any interest in it? And being my birth year, 1963, we done a deal on a little old Pontiac that I had laying around. So, yeah, look, I'm a fan of all cars, and Volkswagens, and in particular the Beetles, they're a good little thing.
Look, these are the types of cars, 50, 55 miles an hour, arm up on the door, windows down, let the world go by. Classic car motoring. No one should be in a rush doing that.
Absolutely lose the whole concept of what it's about if you're in a rush. These cars, turn the radio off, wind the windows down, get there when you get there, enjoy the journey.
Well, there's no point having the radio on because you can't hear it.
Well, mine's a German radio, so I don't understand it anyway.
There you go. Yeah, mate, all I can say is it's great to see you and supporting such a day. I mean, it's raising money for autistic kids. I mean, you know, what do we say about that?
It is, and it's a reflection of the guy that organised it, Andy Roberts. He's just a wonderful guy. He's a great mate, and he does so much for the car club community. And given a chance for me to support someone else, as they do for me all the time, gee, I'm there, first out.
Okay. Good on you, Glenn. Good to see you, mate.
Great to see you, Fletch, and I look forward to seeing you at the museum again.
No worries.
Episode, what, 10?
I don't know, it was a while back. Lost in the 50s Museum. Check it out on social media. Hook up with this guy, right?
Good on you, mate. Cheers, buddy.
With me now, Michael Sade from Shannons, Newcastle. How you doing, buddy?
I'm really, really good, mate.
It's always good to see you around.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was great to see you. It's great to see you up here. Really pleased to have you. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, you guys get to so many shows, as we all know, but today a residential address, and you're here. I mean, obviously for Andy Roberts, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, Andy's an important part of our enthusiast community up here. A VW enthusiast, has been for many years. But he puts on this wonderful VW family picnic day. He has been doing, I think it's the 4th year this year.
Yep.
And supports the people around him, supports the community. He's a businessman in town, and it's just a really good mesh. And he invites everybody up, and they have a great time. It's really good. Yeah.
How many shows a year are you currently doing, Michael?
Ooh, mate, it's been a big one. This financial year will be 46 events in my area only. So, yeah, it's a pretty big one for me.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well done, mate. Keep up the great work. And also, too, if you belong to a car club or if you have anything to do with a car club, make sure it's listed on the Shannons Club.
Absolutely. The Shannons Club, really important. We want as many people on there as we can to let us know who they are, list the club, list yourselves as an individual member.
Yep.
I think we're in the vicinity of 60 to 70, 80,000 people now. I'd have to check that, but it's getting very, very busy. So it's good, very good.
You do things well, mate, and you find out more, obviously, at shannons.com.au. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, what inspired me about the Volkswagen Picnic Day to start it was just an idea to bring people together, to put smiles on people's faces, to celebrate all things Volkswagen, and just generally have a great time. So I got a nice property here, so we've got the room to fit everything in. We've had a great turnout today, 100 cars and a couple of 100 onlookers, and it's been a great day. Yeah, the charities that they're going to today, the kids' autism. Also, it's the Warners Bay Public School Special Unit for Autism. It's close to my heart. My brother has an autistic daughter, so we're raising money for them. And also we're raising money for Edgeworth Football Club Special Unit Autism Soccer Team, which is a first for the area. And with a record turnout, we're going to be raising thousands of dollars here today. And yeah, it's going to a worthwhile cause. Why do I think the Volkswagen is iconic or translates to the people's car? You know, it's got a rich heritage. The day of the Volkswagen, it's today, the VW Family Picnic Day. It's very close to my heart, and it's something that I put on for then the 4th year now, and we're great turnout, fantastic turnout today. I have 12 Volkswagens in total. I've got 3 Sambas. I've got a 57 Samba that I restored, 1960 and a 63 deluxe microbuses, and 8 Beetles, including the first ever one to come into Australia, It's a 1951 split window Beetle that was bought as a special order right-hand drive vehicle from Germany, and it came with the German family, the Regal family, in 1952 when they immigrated to Australia. Very historic car. What I love about the Volkswagen is they touch so many people in different parts of the world, and everyone's got a story about them, whether their dad had one, their mum or their dad, you know, their sisters and brothers, and they bring so many people together. And going through that hippie era, you know, the surfing era of the 60s and 70s, they touched so many people's lives and they're iconic now. Well, what we're going to see here in 2018, it can only get better. It's been a record turnout today, as I said. And as people go away from today, and if I put a smile on people's faces, I've done the right thing. You know, and it's been a really top day. The weather's held out for us. I was a bit concerned about that. But I'm pleased that, you know, people walk away and just had a great day and a great experience and a family day. And that's what it's all about, bringing families together and putting smiles on people's faces.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Kombi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons.
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover,
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Australia's changed over the last 80 years, and Ryco Filters has changed with it. But one thing stayed the same: Ryco's commitment to develop and test all our filters under Australian conditions. Today, we're proudly celebrating our 80-year commitment to a design philosophy that ensures all oil, air and fuel filters meet or exceed vehicle manufacturers' specifications, delivering genuine quality and performance you can trust. Ryco Filters, the professional's choice.
If you have a restoration project, Hare and Forbes has the tools that you need. Look at these restoration products: shrinker stretchers, dollies, mallets, bead rollers, profile gauges, professional panel restoration kits, and so much more. Now I warn you, enter at your own risk because you will end up buying something. So come along to your Cap City store or browse and buy online at machineryhouse.com.au because Hare and Forbes has the range.
Evans waterless engine coolant. Simple to install and stays good for the life of the engine. Suitable for all engine types, Evans contains no water, eliminating corrosion, vapour pressure and overheating. With a boiling point of 190 degrees Celsius, there's no application or environment too extreme. evanscoolants.com.au. Water for drinking, Evans for cooling.
Well, it's time now for a 1969 Beetle. How are you, Suzanne?
Good, Fletch. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for coming along.
You're welcome.
Now, a bit of a contrast here before we start talking about the Beetle. Now, your family, you've got a Valiant Pacer, right?
That's correct, yeah. We've got a few cars in the garage.
Yeah, down at Chrysler's on the Murray last year.
That's correct, yes.
And this year.
Yes.
There you go. So from Chrysler's on the Murray down in Albury up to Seaham here, north of Newcastle, to Andy Roberts' place with the Volkswagen Day here. It's a beautiful 1969 car. I mean, have you restored this?
No, we were lucky enough to find it. It originally came from South Australia. An older lady had it down there. Yep. A gentleman from Woolgoolga. I used to visit his mother in South Australia, and he spotted it and then bought it and took it back to Woolgoolga.
There's something about an older person that was the previous owner to a car. I mean, 9 times out of 10, not big mileage. They weren't knocked around, not driven that much. They are a good score of a car to get these days.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's what we like in all our cars. We like them to be original, a little bit of history with them, and in good condition. And that's what we've got with this one.
So, Suzanne, how long have you had this little Beetle?
We've probably had it, less than 12 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Has it been a good car so far?
Beautiful. Her name is Doris.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing too with the Volkswagen people. All the cars have got a name.
They do, yeah. I don't know why, but this one came to us as Doris and we've kept her as Doris.
Again, it's a very Volkswagen thing, and I love that because it's something different. And I've alluded to this many times on Classic Restos about there's no limit to the imagination of what you can do to these cars, and obviously in that bracket is giving them a name.
Exactly. I mean, we could never give our Valiant a name. It just wouldn't go. But with the VW, it just suits it.
Now, Suzanne, these cars have been around longer than we have. When you're a little girl, can you remember the Volkswagens?
I can. My older brother had two when he was younger, and I was much, much younger. But they're just reliable, you know. They just keep coming back and coming back. It's just wonderful.
Isn't that good? Now, this particular car here, original interior as well?
That's correct, yes. So everything is spotless inside. It has had a paint job on the outside, but and that's what we wanted. We were looking for a Beetle that we didn't have to restore.
Well, I have to say, I mean, your husband, Paul, I mean, after seeing the Pacer at Cross on the Murray, I mean, your attention to detail with your preserved cars are absolutely outstanding. And this is following suit as well. To think that the interior is original, that's it's beautiful. I mean, the car, I mean, it must have carried cotton wool around all its life because there's just no damage anywhere on the inside.
We were very, very lucky. I mean, they are out there, but finding them, it's like a needle in a haystack, and we got it with this one.
Good on you, Suzanne. Well, look, thank you for coming along. It's nice to, there's such a genre of vehicles here today. A lot of Volkswagens. But the 69 here does it proud. It's a great example, Suzanne. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Great, thanks, Fletch.
Okay, Glenn, so what do you got in the box?
Well, you know I'm a picker. So
you also like to collect stuff.
That's correct. So whilst over in the United States, I'm looking for all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and I come across this beautiful little piece. It commemorates the 1 millionth VW Beetle built by the Volkswagen company. So I thought appropriate, as he's a great mate of mine, and in light of all the work that he does for the classic car community and the hobby, I'm just going to give this to Andy today as a little presentation present from the Lost in the 50s guys, just to say good work, and we appreciate what he does.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Nice touch.
Thank you.
Time now for an absolutely gorgeous 1965 Beetle. Hello, Hayley.
Hi there, Fletch.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. Dressed in theme today, you just go hand in hand with the car.
Yeah, sure do. Always like to match the era of my car.
There you go. I think it's really cool. Again, we have a little bit of girl power on today's show. Now, this stunning 1965 Beetle, the way you keep this car, how often do you drive it?
I drive it every day. This is my daily driver.
How do you keep it so nice?
Always wash it once a week and keep it in the garage.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, most cars, when they're driven every day, I mean, you know, they end up getting a few little rough edges here and there, but this is amazing. It's as though it's garaged all the time and it's just a show car.
Yeah. Like most people are pretty shocked when I drive it when I say I drive it every day. They always go, "What? This thing's too nice to drive out." But I love it. This is my lifestyle, really.
How long have you had it?
I've had it for 2 years now.
What was it like when you got it?
Didn't look as good as this. It was very old, rough looking. Pretty filthy, actually.
Well, it's good to see that you've cleaned it up. Now, was the actual restoration time, was it painful, or did you find it okay?
It was actually really good. Like, it only took 3 months to get it back to what it looks like now.
Really?
Yeah.
For you to have done that in 3 months, it really is a stunning car. Now, the interior, Hayley, what's the story there?
Well, I decided to change it so it matches nicely with the car. Originally it was red and grey, so yeah, it didn't look too good. It was a bit rough in the back seat and we couldn't match up the colours, but I've always had a love for like the beige and cream with the mint green, so I decided to change it, which it looks really good now, so yeah, I'm happy with it.
Well, it's like it's the pastel colours from that era, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We look inside across the back seat, the little shawl there, or little travel rug there, and the belt buckles, the presentation there, down to the base of the seat belt straps with the anodised plates there. I mean, you've gone all out. There's no screw unturned on this car.
No, there isn't. I got most of these parts off from America, so make sure they're good quality and always make sure it looks like it's original. Yeah.
So, Hayley, what does the Beetle mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. Like, I love the car. Like, I don't think about the bad things about this car. Like, I've always seen people happy whenever I drive past. It just brings a smile to everybody's face. And listening to old stories from people that used to have them when they were young, it's awesome. I love it.
Isn't that good? Yeah. I mean, isn't it nice to see somebody that's so passionate about their vehicle and, as Hayley says, puts a smile on your dial. And I mean, I think that's what all the classic cars are meant to do. But look at you. I mean, you're having a ball with this car. There are some stunning examples here today, some really, really nice cars. But Hayley, yours is certainly a standout.
Oh, thank you.
So Hayley, before I let you go, through your eyes today, Andy Roberts, what did you think of the day?
Oh, it was fantastic, Fletch. I loved it. Like, it's always good to have the Volkswagen family come together and enjoy the day out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you go to many other events?
Yeah, I go to plenty of events. Like, I go to most big Volkswagen events each year. Yep. I always love going to Valor, which is like a humongous event where everybody from around Australia goes to it. Yep. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well done, Hayley. Great to catch up with you, and you're keeping the dream alive. Well done.
Thanks, Fletch.
Well, there you go. What do you think about that? What a top little show this was. And it's a hats off to Andy Roberts and his family for conducting the 4th annual VW Family Picnic Day. Of course, with proceeds off to Kids Autism. Now, if you're into your Volkswagens, check out social media to try and attend here for 2018. In the meantime, no matter where you're watching Classic Restos from, until next week, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, and I thank you very much for watching. You can like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/ClassicRestosTV and watch catch-up episodes at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannon's Insurance, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, Ryco Filters, Evans Waterless Coolants and Pace Farm.